this is Monica. I'm coming at you today with a little beading supply haul. And actually, it's not so little, as you can tell from my stash over here. Recently, I took a trip home to Tennessee. I live in Texas, and all of my family are back home in Knoxville, Tennessee. That's on the far east side of the state. On our way home, we decided to stop at whatever bead stores that I could locate via Google. Stopped at, let's see, I think in total 7 stores, the bulk of them being in Dallas, Texas. Now, I guess that's a beading mecca. I was unaware of that. So, for anyone who has experience going on interstates I-20 and I-30, I believe, maybe you are more knowledgeable about all the various bead stores. However, they are hard to find as far as searching Google and finding those that are actually still open and active bead stores. I have several of these little beading supply hauls that I wanted to do, but in particular, I wanted to come on and share with you about this company, Beads Unlimited. They are located at 2454 Royal Lane in Dallas, Texas. And the website here, this Dallas Bead Store website, is not an actual website any longer. They actually have a different website, but they don't promote that one as often. They do use their Google page and their Facebook page for the location here in Dallas. They are actually routed through their parent company, I guess is what you would call, which is India Gems. Now, they do have this website, indiagems.com, but this is where they sell their pre-made jewelry pieces, their designs, like their rings and pendants and all of that stuff. So you can order directly from them for specially designed custom pieces and pendants and all of that good stuff. But that is like, you can't buy the beads individually through India Gems. So you need to visit the Beads Unlimited store. Now, what I was told when I was there, speaking with, I believe it was the store owner, Rahana, who was very sweet. She put up with my excitement with so much patience. I wound up timing it around the Memorial Day holiday. So I got very good discounts on the beads that you see over here. Because I did purchase what I did, and I was from out of town, and I was telling her how much I was just so excited to have found her store. She even went above and beyond and gave me a little bit of an extra discount on the gemstones that I purchased. So thank you again, Rohana. I really appreciate that. But anyway, I wanted to share with you this store. If you're not familiar with the Dallas area, or if you're like me and if you take a road trip, doesn't matter where you go, you're always on the hunt for a good bead store. Well, this is definitely one that you want to take a stop at. If you're local to Dallas, definitely go in there whenever you have an opportunity, because it's an awesome store. Now, before I get started in talking here about all of my lovely sparkles, I do want to say I didn't know anything about this company before I stopped there. And the reason why I'm so impressed with them in particular is because they had such a friendly customer service. Their store is very clean and neat, and I just really enjoyed how they had everything set up in the store. Now, something that I didn't really investigate too much, because I am so interested in just beads in particular, they do have a lot of finished jewelry pieces, like I was talking about, under their parent company, India Gems here. The way that she explained it to me is they get a lot of that from here, but then also the store owner, Rahana, she actually designs and manufactures several of the silver pendants and rings and things like that directly there in her store. It was really interesting. Now, I didn't go over there to check any of that out because my husband was with me waiting in the car, and girls who are in those similar situations, you know how valuable the minutes are. And the patience of your husbands who are, along with you for these beading hauls, and new time was precious. So I went straight to the beads, baby. That's what I did. I wasn't able to take any pictures over there to show you. I do have some pictures. When I came back through the second time, I took some pictures of their wall of sparkles, but I wasn't able to go on the side where they had the finished jewelry pieces, simply because that is an artistic design trademark, if you will, for the artists and the parent company. But I have some lovely sparkles here to show you, as well as the pictures that I did take in their store. Start with the small bag first. Now, I love how they gave me this nice bag. It's like a little cloth bag here with their information on it because they get so many different types of beads and different stock in all the time that it's really hard for their staff to keep everything updated on a website. But I will have to say, if you ever get the staff there that you can do that, that would be an exceptional way to increase your sales because people like me who are not local, oh boy, you know, this would be so exciting because especially if we have actually stopped locally and we purchased these strands of beads and we fall in love with them, and then all of a sudden, uh-oh, all of these are gone. I need to get some more of this agate here. Then I can just go online and order it. Rohanna did tell me though, if there was anything that I wound up like running out of and I needed to have it replenished or whatnot, that I could just contact the store directly, give them a picture of whatever the beads are, or even the little tags here that they have so that they've got the number and they could check to see if they have it there in their store, and they would be happy to ship it to me here in El Paso. So, I mean, that is nice. It's just not very efficient in the way of having those services available for the website. If I do have to contact them directly, I'll, I'll be keeping it, you know, to a small order, of course. I'm not really going to show you the tags on any of this stuff. So if any of you are interested in what you see here, feel free to leave the comments there below and I will respond to you with whatever information that you might need. I do have a mix of precious and semi-precious gemstones, and then I also have really nice little crystals. These are called Sunstone Beads, and they have sort of a cat's eye look to them. They are a stone though. There we go. Okay, so you can see it's kind of a pearlized look and kind of like a cat's eye or a moonstone or something, but it's kind of a brownish tan looking color. I'd never seen that before, so I thought that that would be really lovely. Then here we have this Imperial Jasper, which I don't know if you can see this on camera, but it has, oops, it has like a bright, kind of a yellowish green striations that go through it with this bright blue. And this would be really cool for like an Earth Day type of piece. And then here's some agate. This is something I'll probably do for Halloween. It's a faceted kind of agate bead, if you can tell that, with some black and orange. Now I'm going to go into this huge bag. Since this was the one where I got the 70% off of most of everything, I went a little crazy, as you can tell. Hopefully you can see the colors in these. I got one of each size that I typically use. It's got a little bit of purple running through it. There's like a forest olivey green. So this is the Dragon Spar Jasper. It's got some purples, some dark greens, some light greens. It's really kind of difficult to see, I guess. As I'm trying to turn these around, I don't know if you can see the swirls of purple and everything. These are beautiful. Then I got another round of Jasper, but, oops, it is more on the green side. This is also the Dragon Spar. Oops. But see how green that is compared to this over here that has the purple? This is really pretty. This almost looks like malachite, but it's actually jasper. Those two, you can tell when they're laying side by side the difference where this has more like blacks and purples running through it. Got a strand of turquoise. There is the turquoise. Then I got two, or actually I think I wound up getting three. Nope, just the two of this shell. Now, what I really love, and I'm going to just go ahead and show you both colors at the same time. What I love about this shell is it has almost an iridescence about it, but not quite. And they had blue and pink. I got some garnet. I got two sizes in it. I'm hoping that you guys can see this. I'm sorry that for some reason my camera is not being cooperative. And it looks black to me here on this dot, but really it's not. It's a beautiful, vibrant red. There we go. All right, now I got this because I have never seen it before. It's an apatite I know, it made me hungry while I was standing there in the store looking at it. I kept coming back to it because of the beautiful blues and kind of green colors, kind of striations that's in it. So pretty. But it's not the typical size that I use because it is a little bit larger than the 8 to 10 millimeter size. I could see me mixing this with maybe some pearls or something. There you go. That's a better look. So I got a strand of Kunzite, and I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly. A lot of this stuff I got because she had such an awesome sale on it, but also because I hadn't seen it before. Look how pretty that is. I mean, you can see the beiges and tans, and there's some like blush pink. Then I had to get some onyx, and I got a little bit of difference, so I'll just show that to you. But I had little rondelles in 2 different sizes, and then I got the round faceted. Really pretty and sparkly. They're all really good quality. I haven't found any kind of chipping or anything, and actually all the stuff that was hanging up, there wasn't anything that was chalky or had any kind of odd dye weirdness look to it. So now I got some of this howlite in the different sizes because I use it a lot too. And this, I love it so much because it's different from the howlite that you can get at your local craft stores, like your big box craft stores. This is a lot brighter white. This is more polished. It's not chalky. I got these in each of the sizes that I love to use. You can see those striations, the black and gray. They're just really lovely. So here I did various types of agate. So that's my agate. And then the rest of this is just crystal because she had such great deals on all of this. I'll pull out like all the greens here. I got a little overboard on the teal colors because you don't really see that color a lot. So I got like a Montana blue and some teal and some greens. That. See the sparkle. Alright, so there are the blues and greens. I did a lot of clears, so because I've used that a lot. And let's see. Whoops. I'll go ahead and pull out the opaque white as well because I like to use that. You can get these a lot of different places, but she had such a good deal in that sale, I just went ahead and decided to get them. I have some pinks that almost look white, so let me pull those out. Just have 2 of those. They're a real baby pink. There is a kind of a turquoisey blue. And I got a couple of cubes. I think I got, oh, I thought I got 2, but I guess I only got the 1. So this is just clear cubes in kind of a larger size here. This is I believe this is an 8 millimeter. Whoops. No, this is a 6 millimeter. I'm so sorry about this camera. See how clear that is? Let me pull out the reds. Man, these are some really bright reds. I got some opaque. I got a multi-strand with some silver, red, and black. Very pretty reds, and the other strands got some red, black, and silver, and like a charcoal. And I got some brown bicone. I think in the Swarovski world, you call it coconut brown. This is a very difficult shade, whoops, in those bicones to find. There we go. See, it's a rich coconut brown. This is the 4 millimeter bicones. I make a lot of those beaded pumpkins during the fall, and it's very hard to get this many bicones in this deep brown color. Now some of the others are like a two-tone type of a bead, so I'll just go ahead and pull those out. So see how they've got different colors in them. There on the very left is kind of a forest green and the opaque and some white. And then there's a blue with a lighter blue, like an opaque blue. Have an orange and silver with kind of like a greeny look to it. So I don't typically use these two tones, but I thought it was pretty cool. And then the rest of this, let's see, let me do the whites and the silver. I just like the looks of these because they were so bright and shiny. I got rondelles and then I got some bicones here. Okay, so you can see how pretty and silver. It's almost like ice. The silvery and clear bicones and rondelles are. Then the other bicone is just like an opaque, it's almost luminescent bicone. Most of the bicone sizes that I got were the 4 millimeter. I do a lot of icy looking designs and things. And these two are the last ones I had from Beads Unlimited. This is a really pretty orange rondelle, tiny, and a champagne rondelle as well, like a crystal version. That is my bead stash there from Beads Unlimited. Again, this is a company that I found while I was Googling via my road trip, and I stopped in Dallas, Texas. This was actually the very first store that I stopped at while I was in Dallas, and I'm so glad I did. But you can just tell by looking at the quality of these. They're all of the stones are clean. Typically, when I buy beads and things, they have residue on them from where they've been sitting in the shop for a long time. They might be a little bit chalky, like if it's a howlite or turquoise or something, it might have a little chalky residue on it. So, I mean, all of these are beautiful. The cuts on the agate are really nice. They have a nice shine to them. There's a smoothness. There's no chunks out of it. I mean, all of the beads on all of the strands look very nice. And even the crystals, they had the Chinese crystals and the Austrian crystals. So, I mean, I got a little bit of both things, but I had a lot of fun here at this store. A lot of times when you go to these bead stores, they just have all the beads thrown similar to, how I've got these all piled right here. They're just all kind of piled on these big, huge tables. This store has everything on metal findings here, and then it's on bead stringing wire. It's not even on the monofilament cord like you normally see, that hard plastic cord. So it takes better care of the beads that way, and they just keep everything very nice, clean. They were very professional. I did not have anything bad to say about this place. Rahana, thank you so much again if you're watching this. I so appreciate the service that you gave to me as well as your assistance the day that I came back when you weren't there. I really am excited to make things with all of these beads here. It was just an excellent experience for me all the way around. If you are ever going through the Dallas area, please be sure to go and stop by and see Rahana and her staff there at Beads Unlimited. Again, the address is 2454 Royal Lane in Dallas, Texas. A little bit of information that I did get from the India Gems website. They have been in business since 1995, and with their pre-made jewelry pendants and the silver work that they do, the silversmithing, they use refined silver, which is also sometimes referred to as green silver, where they have through their supplier, it's a U.S. supplier, United Silver Company. It's eco-friendly and it has zero contaminants. So that is something good to know, especially when you purchase anything like charms or bead caps or whatever that is also sourced through that company. Their jewelry pieces, though, are all using that refined silver. And then another thing that I really like about this company is that the gemstones are sourced through fair trade so that you have a conflict-free stone. That is something that is really important to me as well. Not all companies, especially international companies, or some people see India gems and they might have a negative feel about that, like, oh, there's going to be lead in the silver, or whatever the opinions are. But you just do your research and feel good about what you're getting, and the quality is obvious here. You can see, if you're a beater like me, you can see that the quality is just beautiful. When I go and I look at a bead store, there are several factors involved in why I make the purchases that I do. The number one thing is I'll stop at your bead store if I have never been there before. I will come back to your bead store if I've gotten exceptional service, you've got wonderful sale prices, and the customer service is just amazing. I'll even go to stores that maybe aren't necessarily as clean as Beads Unlimited was. You know, maybe they have those messy tables like my pile of beads right here is. I'll go to those too, but you know, if I don't get good customer service or if their sale prices are not really sale prices, you know, I could get that same item in a local big box craft store or whatever, then you know, I typically won't go back to those places. But Beads Unlimited, very nice staff, excellent sales prices, wonderful service. It was the most exciting part of my entire trip. And I mean that. Compared to all of the other bead stores I did find, which I believe were just 6 more, I enjoyed your store the best. Thank you again so much for watching this. If you liked my bead haul here and the information and getting to see me touch all of these lovely beads over here, then please give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment below if you have any questions or if you just want to say hello. If you've not already done so, please subscribe to my channel and hit that little bell icon so that you'll be notified when I do the next upcoming bead supply hauls or any of my future tutorials. I hope you've enjoyed this and have a sparkle-rific day, y'all. Bye!